Please remain standing as we welcome our musical soloist, Miss Kristen Burris, who will sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The invocation to our commencement exercise will be delivered by Vice President for Mission and Identity, the Reverend Rudy Vela.
It's in the book of the prophet Jeremiah that we are told by the prophet when he is listening to God speak to him. And God tells him that, I know the plans I have for you. The Lord declares this to him. And so we pray, Dear Lord, as we look toward our future, we are filled with bright hope. You have spoken to us, Lord, and said that you know the plans you have for us. And we rest in that promise because we know you have made those plans with love and with care. Holy Spirit, we ask that you lead us and guide us. Help us to run and obey at your command. Help us to be still and know that you are God and are there when troubles are at hand. Your word is a lamp to each one of us, a light to guide us on our way, a solid place where we can rest upon, and a guide to us when we need you present. Help us, loving God, to live our lives in praise of you. We praise you, and we ask you to make us conscious that in loving you, we are not for fortune or fame, but for each one serving and building the common good. We ask your help that in everything we say or do, we will bring you glory. Loving Creator of all that is good, we pray that our eyes will stay fixed and focused on you as you guide us and lead us. And we ask this through Christ our Lord.
Please be seated. Good afternoon. I'm Charles Cantu, Dean of St. Mary's University School of Law, and I welcome you to this, our 79th commencement exercise. This day belongs to our graduates, but before we start, there are some individuals I would like to introduce to you. We will start with our stage party. First, we have Mr. Thomas Mingler, President of St. Mary's University. Mr. John Vaught, who graduated in 1978, our commencement speaker, who is a partner at the law firm of Wheeler, Trigg, and O'Donnell in Denver, Colorado. Professor Andre Hampton, Provost and Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs. Mr. Charles Barrett, Chairman of the Board of Trustees. Miss Linda Lacey of Carolina Academy Press, one of our recipients of an award today. The Honorable David Ezra graduated in 1972 and the recipient of an award today. Dr. Keith Syke, Carolina Press. From our Board of Trustees, we have Major General Alfred Valenzuela, who is the Secretary of the Board. Mr. Ruben Escobedo. Mr. Kenneth Sachs. Ms. Doris Slay-Bader. From our Executive Council at St. Mary's University, we have Ms. Rebecca Day, Vice President for Administration and Finance. Ms. Suzanne Petrouche, Vice President for Enrollment Management. Ms. Catherine Sasoyan, Vice President for Student Development. And the Reverend Rudy Vela, Vice President for Mission and Identity. From Academic Council, in addition to myself, we have Dr. Winston Aravelis, Dean of the School of Science, Engineering, and Technology. Dr. Tanuja Singh, Dean of the Bill Greehey School of Business. From the Law School Administration, we have Professor Anna Navoa, Associate Dean for our clinical program. Dr. William Wilson, Assistant Dean and Director of Law Admissions. Ms. Faye Bracey, Assistant Dean of the Center of the Career Services Office. Professor Robert Hu, Director of the Sarita Kennedy East Law Library. And Sister Grace Wally, Campus Minister for the School of Law. Not on stage, but also part of the Law School Administration, we have Associate Dean Victoria Mather, in charge of Student Affairs and Academics. Professor and Associate Dean Ronaldo Valencia, Associate Dean for Administration and Finance. And Mr. Albert Hartman, Assistant Dean, Director of Law, Alumni Relations and Development. Additional members of the stage party are Professor L.L.P, who will be the reader of the names, and the Honorable Israel Ramon, a 1972 graduate who stepped down today as President of the Law Alumni Association. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to welcome to the podium the President of St. Mary's University, Mr. Thomas Mingler, who will deliver an address.
Good afternoon, everyone. I join Dean Cantu and his colleagues in welcoming you, parents, family, friends, and law graduates, to this very happy day. And congratulations, graduates! Congratulations, graduates, for all your efforts in reaching this great day. Today's a joyous day, a day of great celebration. Graduates, with your family and friends, we celebrate the successful completion of your legal education at St. Mary's University. Having attended law school myself many years ago, I know that this journey can sometimes be stressful and often exhausting. But along with your hard work, I know there has been also time to build friendships with your faculty colleagues, with your staff, with your friends, with your fellow students, friendships that will be both personally and professionally rewarding to you in the coming years. Let me just take a moment not only to congratulate, but also to thank you. Thank you first and foremost all for representing the School of Law and St. Mary's University so well, so professionally the last few years, in your volunteer work, in your externships, in your daily work throughout the community. As I've met and visited with the business and law community over this past year, my first year, I've heard only great things about St. Mary's law students and, of course, our graduates, the lawyers in the community. Let me also thank those of you who worked on the Law Journal. Because of your fine work, St. Mary's Law Journal ranks among the best in the nation, among state and federal courts in terms of citations. Others of you have participated professionally and successfully in our external advocacy programs, representing St. Mary's across the country and even the world. Among other victories this year, a recent 1-2 St. Mary's sweep at the National Negotiation Competition maintained our reputation for excellence in advocacy. A special thanks also to those of you who participated in what Dean Cantu has called our award-winning clinical programs, logging hours at the clinic or Haven for Hope and traveling around the state's border regions on the weekends, working alongside licensed attorneys, getting hands-on legal experience while providing legal aid to vulnerable clients in need. The work you have done with the clinic not only serves our Marianist charism and our Catholic identity, but it's the foundation for a life for you of servant leadership. So thank you all for the many ways in which you have been ambassadors of St. Mary's and our law school, and your law school. And now your professional future is ahead, and I add just one thought for you. Today and in the coming weeks, you'll hear a great deal. You've already heard it. You'll continue to hear a great deal about your responsibility for advancing justice, equality, and fairness in society, and for working in your communities, for giving back. Important words, all true. Listen attentively to these inspiring words, take them to heart, and follow them. But I have a few other words for you to focus on. Hard work, preparation, and a commitment to excellence. The best lawyers who serve their clients well every day work extremely hard. They out-prepare the other side's attorney, and they are committed to excellence. They excel particularly in all the small things that lawyers do. Don't forget the small things, like responding to a client's phone call or email the same day, filing a well-written, persuasive brief on time, as well as the big things. So congratulations. Enjoy this day and this weekend. You've worked hard, and you've earned it. But then on Monday, begin to commit the long hours to preparing for the law bar exam. And having achieved that successfully, then work hard, prepare, and commit yourselves to a career of excellence in representing your clients and your communities as servant leaders. Thank you all for your years here, and God bless you.
Thank you, President Mingler. Continuing with a tradition that started 4 years ago, I now welcome Mr. Nicholas Gwynn, the outgoing president of the Student Bar Association, who will deliver a short address.
Thank you, Dean Cantu, and may it please the class. It is such an honor to speak to you today. During my time as president of the Student Bar Association and as a national officer to the American Bar Association Law Student Division, I've had the great privilege of working with some fantastically impressive individuals at St. Mary's, in our community, and across the country. And outside of St. Mary's, there are often people who ask, and perhaps it's because of my enthusiasm and passion for this school, which I suspect many of you are aware of, many of them ask me, what is it that makes St. Mary's different? Why is it special? And there's certainly a long list of things that go out, but the first thing that comes to mind is that we're a family. We care about one another, and we do the right thing. But after talking to so many people and telling them about St. Mary's and what makes it great, and learning from so many lawyers, judges, professors, and classmates, I think I'm starting to understand what it means to think like a lawyer. In particular, a St. Mary's lawyer. A St. Mary's lawyer works tirelessly for their clients. They work with professionalism, and they work with a spirit of service in mind. It's this way of thinking that brings St. Mary's School of Law national recognition, as President Mingler has alluded to. We're national champions in advocacy, being named National Best Speaker. We're nationally recognized for our strong commitment to pro bono services, being recognized in our nation's capital. We are finalists nationally in negotiations competitions, second only to ourselves. We are city council figures. We are justices on the Texas Supreme Court. We are governors, and we're United States congressmen. We are St. Mary's lawyers. It's this way of thinking that also leads me to want to tell you a little bit more about what we've done to get this far. We've worked hard. We've been challenged. We've been tested. And in many times, we've been pushed to our limits. We know it's not going to get easier. but we will enjoy the fruits of our labor, knowing that we did the best for our clients, exceeding their expectations, and representing them with as much zeal as we can. As we pass the bar, we must prepare for the realities of practice. We know, and we will, treat our clients as real people. We will answer their calls and get back to them as promptly as we can. We will truly listen to their concerns. We will afford opposing counsel great respect, and when it doesn't jeopardize our clients' cases, we'll give them our best efforts, and we will extend them that deadline, and we will forego unnecessarily entangled discovery and due diligence efforts. We will treat one another with respect. I will give you, when appropriate, my best forms and motions, and on the other hand, I'll gladly treat you to coffee so that you can tell me more about debtor-creditor issues. We do these things not because it's altruistic or because we expect something in return. No, we do these things because we are St. Mary's lawyers. With that spirit in mind, we will continue to commit ourselves to the Marianist tradition, one of service. We will continue to serve the community by providing pro bono services to those in need, by serving in the Wills Clinic, Ask a Lawyer, and other pro bono pursuits. We will lead our religious institutions and direct their governance. We will serve in the community by sitting on the boards and commissions and leading the PTA. Lastly, we will never forget our time at St. Mary's because it has been so good to us. We have been given so many opportunities and experiences that have made us better because of the generous efforts of those who have come before us. And it's widely understood that for those who much has been given, much is expected in return. We will develop early an enthusiastic and energetic passion for giving back our time and our treasure. We will develop this habit by judging our student advocacy competitions, citing and subscribing to our law journals, participating in Law Alumni Association events and leadership, assisting our clinical programs, promoting the Center for Terrorism Law, donating a case of peanut butter to law ministry, and speaking proudly of our alma mater. For these reasons, I now charge this class that we will work tirelessly for our clients, to practice with professionalism and civility, and to always practice with the spirit of service in mind. I respectfully pray that we enjoy this day. Thank you.
Thank you, Nick. We now come to that part of the program each year at this time where we give awards to certain individuals. The law school annually presents the Rosewood Gavel Award to an outstanding judge or justice in recognition of his or her contribution to our system of constitutional democracy. The Rosewood Gavel Award was first presented in 1958. It is my great pleasure to announce that this year's recipient is the Honorable Catherine Stone, Chief Justice of the Fourth Court of Appeals, for her outstanding judicial service. Unfortunately, Chief Justice Stone is unable to join us today. She is attending her son's graduation in Chicago. The law school annually presents the St. Thomas More Award to an outstanding judge, lawyer, law teacher, or layman who has made an exceptional contribution to legal education, the profession, or to our government. The St. Thomas More Award was first presented in 1957. Today, I am pleased to recognize Dr. Keith Sipe and Ms. Linda Lacey of Carolina Academic Press as the 2013 recipients of this award.
Thank you, Dean.
The award reads, The School of Law of St. Mary's University of San Antonio, Texas, presents the St. Thomas More Award to Linda Lacey and Keith Sipe of Carolina Academic Press in recognition of their exceptional contributions to American legal education, legal scholarship, and the administration of justice during the decades of service that have honored the best traditions of expanding human knowledge through the printed word. Congratulations. The Pro Bono Service Award is given to a student who has demonstrated a commitment to public interest law and has made significant contributions in time and effort to assist the disadvantaged of our community. Today, I am pleased to recognize Mr. Matthew Blythe as a 2013 recipient of this award. Mr. Blythe, congratulations. The National Association of Women Lawyers Outstanding Student Award is given to a third-year law student who has contributed to the advancement of women in society. In honor of their significant achievements, this year's nominees are Ms. Lauren Volkenaar and Ms. Allison Williams. Ladies, would you please stand? The American Law Institute CLE Scholarship and Leadership Award is a graduation award for an outstanding third-year law student who has demonstrated the traits of both scholarship and leadership. This year's recipient is Mr. Charles Ipock. Mr. Ipock, would you please stand? The School of Law annually presents the Lifetime Achievement Award. We present this award to an outstanding alumnus in recognition of his or her contribution to the legal community through his or her life. Created in 2004, this award has recognized such dignitaries as the Honorable Charlie Gonzalez, Ron Herman, Jack Paul Leon, Roy Barrera Sr., the Honorable Kika de la Garza, Charles Smith, Paul Cassett, Dean Ernest Braba, and Judge Philemon Vela. Today, we are proud to announce this year's recipient, St. Mary's graduate, the Honorable David Ezra. The award reads, "An acknowledgement of your distinguished career and achievements in the legal profession, both in private practice and in the federal judiciary, and in public service for your years in the military, and in gratitude for your many dedicated years of service and involvement in the activities of your community, your state, and your country. Your alma mater, St. Mary's University School of Law, extends its grateful appreciation to you." Thank you very much. Judge Ezra has the distinction of having the longest tenure of any federal judge in the state of Hawaii. Continuing my practice as dean and showcasing St. Mary's Law graduates who have excelled out of state, it is my pleasure today to introduce our commencement speaker, Mr. John Vaught. He graduated from Stephen F. Austin in 1969, where he was president of the student body. He served as a naval officer during the Vietnam War, serving on riverboats in the Mekong Delta near the Cambodian border and later in Italy. He disclosed to me with some parental pride and some parental envy that his youngest son is an F-18 Super Hornet pilot in the United States Navy. He graduated from St. Mary's Law School in 1978. He was an associate editor of the St. Mary's Law Journal, was named the Outstanding Commercial Law Graduate, and won the law school's initial mock trial competition. Following law school, he clerked for Judge Robert H. McWilliams of the United States Court of Appeals for the 10th Circuit. For the past 35 years, he has been a litigation partner, first at Holland and Hart, at the time Colorado's largest law firm, and then at Gibson, Dunn and Crutcher, the 5th largest law firm in the world, and presently is a partner in the Denver law firm of Wheeler, Trigg, and O'Donnell. He was chair of the Young Lawyers section of the Denver Bar Association in 1984 and runner-up for the Young Lawyer of the Year. He is presently the president-elect of the Denver Bar Association and will become president in July 2014. As of Saturday, he is a nominee for president-elect of the Colorado Bar Association. He presently serves on the Board of Governors of the Colorado Bar Association and on the Board of Trustees of the Denver Bar Association. He has been recognized on more than one occasion as Colorado's top 50 lawyers. He has been listed in Best Lawyers in America in 3 categories for the past 5 years. He was recognized by the Denver Bar Journal as the best of the bar for commercial litigation. And he tells me with some pride that he still has a Texas accent. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce to you Mr. John Vaught, our commencement speaker.
Members of the class of 2013, I want to welcome you and congratulate you, and of course want to welcome all the parents and family and friends without whom you couldn't have done what you've done today, I can tell you. As you heard, my name is John Vaught. I'm in private practice in Denver, Colorado. You also heard from that introduction, I'm not a U.S. Senator. I'm not a congressman. Hell, I'm not even the governor of Texas. And you can say that if you don't practice in this state. So who am I? And why am I here? Well, except for the 1 year that I served as a law clerk in the United States Court of Appeals for the 10th Circuit, I have for the last 35 years, each and every day, practiced law. And as you would expect, sometimes I've encountered some good lawyers, and sometimes I've encountered some bad. And I think the thought is let's bring a practitioner in here, and perhaps he can talk a little about what good lawyers do, in the hopes that I can impart that to the class of 2013. And when Dean Cantu offered me the opportunity to do this, I jumped at it, and I'll tell you why. 1975, when I applied to St. Mary's University and asked for a scholarship, which I desperately needed, I was a young naval officer living in Italy. And before you're too hard on me, as you heard, I had to go to Vietnam to get there. But I applied to St. Mary's, asked to come to law school here, asked for a scholarship. And just like you, I got the letter back soon thereafter. My heart was pounding. I opened the envelope. I remember it well. It said, "Dear John, congratulations. You're on the waiting list." Now, Dean Raba fortunately reconsidered in a few days, and I got another letter that admitted me, and I got my scholarship. And I want to tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, to borrow Abraham Lincoln's expression, the university will probably little note nor long remember that I was here. But I can tell you, this university and this law school has made a huge difference in my life, and it can do exactly the same for you. But if I'm going to talk to you about what good lawyers do even in a bad economy, I need to talk a little macroeconomics. And I want to start by telling you about one of my dearest friends, a fellow named Scott Barker, whom Professor Lampley knows well. Now, Scott didn't go to St. Mary's University. Scott did graduate very high in his class at the United States Air Force Academy, went on to be a Rhodes Scholar, came back to Harvard Law School, and I've had the good fortune to practice law with him twice, including at my present firm. And so maybe that's the secret. You find a Scott Barker and you practice with him. But Scott and I were getting ready for trial. We were dealing with the big issues, if you will, the strategies, the trial themes, and we were struggling. And one day, Scott barged into my office and he stuck his right hand out like this. He says, "John, do you know what that is?" And I looked at his thumb. It was sticking out there and the finger straight up. And I knew the answer was going to be clever, but I said, "No, Scott, I don't know what that is." He said, "John, that is the lower right-hand corner of the big picture." And so the question is, what is your big picture? I know that you have heard, maybe even read the literature. They would say that the profession is doomed, that the practice of law as we know it today is dead, that the economic model we call the modern law firm is broken. I know you've heard about the commoditization of the practice of law, how legal houses in India and Panama or even China are taking the bread and butter, the meat and potatoes that young lawyers used to thrive on. And I'm sure you have heard it, and I'm sure it has concerned you. You've also heard about the number of law graduates competing for jobs and about graduates carrying crushing debt after law school. But members of the class of 2013, let me tell you this. If you focus on content, on substance, on advocacy, on professionalism, and on the care of clients, that even in the bad economic times, if you do what good lawyers do, you too will succeed. And take this to heart, please, because economic cycles are just that. They are cyclical. And to indulge you in only one more story here, maybe more, but one story that comes to mind, my first job offer out of St. Mary's University School of Law was for $15,500. Colorado's largest law firm asked me to go to work for them after a judicial clerkship with the 10th Circuit, and they offered me $18,500. The first mortgage I signed was literally the month that prime was 21%. And I got a 14.5% mortgage, and I decided I could only have such a good mortgage if I had bamboozled the bankers. And just about the time I was going to say, I'm not sure I can afford to practice law, salaries doubled. And in 2 years, they doubled again. And all is well. And so I don't mean to suggest to you that tough economic times haven't had some effect on you. They certainly have. I think all of us, since the Great Recession of 2008, 2009, and its rippling effect, have found we can get by with a little less. And that's true of law firms as well. But as I say, if you will focus on what good lawyers do, I predict one of you will be back here in 35 years saying how successful you have been in the practice of law. So what is it that good lawyers do? This isn't just an academic discussion. It isn't just the kind of thing that commencement addresses are made of. I can tell you I've had dozens of young lawyers come into my office, and they'll sit down, they'll close the door, and they'll say, John, what do I need to do to succeed? How can I be a partner in this law firm? How can I be successful in my career? And I can tell you the list might be as long as 100. We heard from the president reminding you to return your phone calls and answer your emails, but I'm going to fly just a little bit higher. I think the traits of a good lawyer, trait number one, is good judgment. And while, bless your heart, some of you in this audience, I'm sure, have had it since you were born, others are still struggling to gain it. But the very building blocks, the fundamental, the foundation of good judgment in this profession is a good law school education. And I think it's fair to say, and I will say it with a great deal of humility, I've been able to practice at the highest levels in this profession. I certainly have affiliated myself with the best lawyers in this country, bar none. And while I've met a lot of people, I'm sure, that are a lot smarter than I am, I can tell you I never met one, not one, that I thought got a better education than I got at St. Mary's University School of Law. So what else do you need for good judgment? Good education. And I recognize the chicken and the egg nature of this. You need some experience. You need some knowledge. But I want you to know from day one, even if it's to help find a job, you need to look to mentors in this profession to help you. Mentors, even before you have your first employment, can help impart that knowledge and experience to you. And I've had dozens of mentors in my life. The list is long, but that list begins with Dean Charles Cantu. Charles Cantu was my contract professor in 1975, and he is still my mentor today. And there are dozens others that I could name. Trait number 2 of a good lawyer, irrespective of the economic times. Someone who has the self-confidence to act on that judgment. It does you no good if you make good decisions and then all you can do is wring your hands. And you say, on the one hand this and on the one hand that. I want a lawyer working for me who can come to me and say, here are our options. Option 1, 2, and 3. Here's the clear path ahead. That's the lawyer I want, and that's what a client wants as well. Trait number 3. A commitment to relative perfection. It is a demanding profession. And I'll tell you, I had the good fortune to work with another great mentor, a graduate of St. Mary's University School of Law named Keith Kaiser. Keith was a wonderful lawyer. We lost to cancer, I would say, a dozen years ago. I had the good fortune when I was in law school to work with Keith at what was then Cox and Smith. And Keith and I were preparing to file a brief in the United States Supreme Court, and we went over to Houston, to Bound of Houston, and we sat there and we read proofs and we did read against, and we came home and we filed a brief. And about 2 days later, Keith was looking at that brief and he found a space in front of a comma that shouldn't have been there, and he was livid. Unfortunately, I had the good judgment to keep my mouth shut, but I thought at the time, geez, Keith, it's only a space. Keith Kaiser, I understand. I get it now. While we all measure the value of what we do in this profession in increments of time, if you think about it, we only sell 2 things. We sell what we say, and we sell what we write, and they both need to be perfect. And just like the industrialist who puts a widget into the economy consistently with defects, that industrialist will fail. And you will fail as a lawyer if you accept something other than relative perfection as your standard, or at least you won't practice at the highest levels. Make a commitment to relative perfection in all things your standard. Trait number 4, the ability to inspire confidence. And I can hear some of you saying now, well, wait a minute, John, isn't that just the confluence of the first 3? Maybe so, but with this twist applicable to young lawyers. What you need to do if you go to work for a law firm or wherever you go to work, we all have bosses. We're going to all have bosses. You need to treat, if you're in my law firm, you need to treat me like your client from day one. You need to be practicing on day one to inspire my confidence. And by the time then you get your own clients, you'll be well versed in how to do it. Because there is no greater compliment for a partner to pay to an associate, in a law firm at least, and I believe in any setting, than to say, I don't need to worry about it, Maria's got it. I don't need to worry about it, Jason's got it. And when your clients can say that about you, you are assured success. Trait number 5, the president has already touched on that, a commitment to hard work. I'm going to put a footnote on that. I'm going to tell you I think it is the least important of the traits I'm about to discuss. But bear in mind, it is a very demanding profession. Even at my stage of my career, I had a trial last May in which I went to bed at 1:45 in the morning and I set the alarm for 3:45. When I was an associate, I remember going from October to April, and the only day I had off was Christmas. It is a demanding profession, but this is what I want to convey to you. I believe, and in fact I think I'm living proof, that you can be successful in this profession without being a workaholic. That there is time to be a parent, there is time to be a spouse, there is time to coach soccer, there is time to do the things that will bring balance to your life. And let me say this, I believe that a lawyer with balance in his or her life is a better lawyer. Make time for things other than the practice of law. Last trait, number 6, be civil, be ethical, be professional in all things. It is the core of this profession. And if I can't get you to embrace that on any other basis, then at least embrace it for this reason. Civility, ethics, professionalism make for good advocacy. You will be a better advocate as a lawyer if you follow those traits. But there's more to it. It's the core, it's the legacy of this profession. And I believe that the only way ethics, civility, and professionalism can be conferred is on a personal basis. It needs to be from person to person, from lawyer to lawyer, from mentor to mentee, because when I run into a lawyer who is not civil, who's not ethical, who's not professional, I look at that person and I say, there's someone who didn't have a mentor. In this area, more than anything else, you must have a mentor. If mentors are so important, though, where do you find them? My first mentor in the practice of law was opposing counsel. Can you imagine that? And I decided very early on after practicing against Dale Harris that the more I thought, acted, looked, behaved, and practiced law like Dale Harris, the better lawyer I would be. And 35 years later, that's still the case. I saw him last Saturday. Where else can you find mentors? You can find them at home. You can find them down the street. You can find them across the hallway. You can find them at the Bar Association. And let me tell you, I believe you need to join the YLD of your Bar Association, because the people who volunteer their time to the Bar Association are, in my opinion, the best of the bar. You need to know who those people are. You will find mentors there. And how would you know? How will you know when you found a good mentor? Let me tell you. When you find someone that makes you feel good about being a lawyer, who makes you proud of this profession, you have found somebody that you want to seize upon, and you don't just need one, you need dozens. And so I'm going to ask you a favor, because I believe this legacy of professionalism, I'll call it, needs to be passed on. Members of the class, 5 years from now, and for those of you who are already hovering over your timesheet, 10,000 hours from now, I want you to be a mentor. It will make you a better lawyer. It will materially advance this profession and its legacy, and you'll make a huge difference in someone's life. And I feel so confident about the legacy of the profession of law, I'm going to make a prediction that one of you will be back 35 years from now. One of you will be back to address the class of 2048. And I am confident that you will tell them 35 years from now just what I'm about to tell you. Congratulations. It is a wonderful profession. It is demanding. It is fulfilling, but it is prosperous, and it's prospering. I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you, John. That was excellent. And now the event for which we have all gathered, the presentation of degrees. It is my pleasure to announce that these students have met all requirements for the Doctor of Jurisprudence degree as well as the Master of Laws. They are
the degree of Doctor of Jurisprudence, Pro Bono Certificate, Anietie Nteabasi Maureen Ann Akpan. Pro Bono Certificate, Bart Aldridge. Aldo Ivo Alegría. Magna Cum Laude and Pro Bono Certificate, Matthew Thomas Allen. Magna Cum Laude, Taylor Alexandria Allen. Cum Laude, Rachel Mary Christine Ambler. Alexander Shelley Anderson. Pro Bono Certificate, Kelly Blaze Anderson. Mallory Tennille Anderson. Michael Robert Anderson. Dustin Dwayne Andrews. Anne Marie Anger. Pro Bono Certificate, Hutton T. Osk. Joint degrees, Doctor of Jurisprudence and Master of Art in International Relations and Pro Bono Certificate, Jasser Abraham Awad. Cum Laude, Jamie Morgan Bailey. Cum Laude and Pro Bono Certificate, Claudia Valdez Bali. Shanna Barnes. Erin Marie Robleski Berry. Pro Bono Certificate, Travis Lovegren Baskin. Pro Bono Certificate, Amanda Jane Sorum Batchi. Pro Bono Certificate, Selene Ann Beck. Guillermo F. Benavides. Pro Bono Certificate, Kenneth Michael Best. David Conrad Beyer. Michael Wayne Block. Summa Cum Laude and Pro Bono Service Award, Matthew Blythe. Stephen Bryant Bolner, Jr. Clint Allen Bond. Cum laude, Frank Parks Brown. Pro Bono Certificate, Rebecca Lynn Brown. Ross Addison Birch. Michael Lee Butler, Jr. Pro Bono Certificate, Bradley Ryan Bird. Pro Bono Certificate, Thomas N. Kamek III. Jason Michael Karras. Pro Bono Certificate, Hallie Elizabeth Casey. Pro Bono Certificate, Juan R. Castro, Jr. Magna Cum Laude, Afton Kavanaugh. Joint degrees, Doctor of Jurisprudence and Master of Public Administration and Pro Bono Certificate, Aaron Ray Clegg. Andrea Victoria Kamsudi. Taylor Neil Colthurst. Joint degrees, Doctor of Jurisprudence and Masters of Business Administration and Pro Bono Certificate, J. Dean Craig. Magna Cum Laude and Pro Bono Certificate, James G. Cramp. Sean C. Crawford. Benjamin Robert Crowell III. Sean Edward Daly. Drew Anthony Darnell. Cristian Adrián Dávila Cobos. Joint degrees, Doctor of Jurisprudence and Master of Arts in International Relations and Pro Bono Certificate, Joshua Davila. Pro bono certificate, Jordan M. Davison. Carl Adrian DeCoates. Cum laude and pro bono certificate, Anthony Rene de la O. Pro bono certificate, Cesar de Leon. Jessica Yanet de Luna. Katie Ann DeLuhosh. Pro bono certificate, Lori Dobson. Cum laude, Benjamin Brooks Doherty. Joint degrees, Doctor of Jurisprudence and Masters of Business Administration and pro bono certificate, Paul James Downey. Faith Dewberry Eaton. Patrick Warner Eaton. Gustavo David Elizondo. John Webster Ellis. Jonathan Peter English. Vanessa Lee Earps. Pro bono certificate, Fidel Esparza III. Pro bono certificate, Richard Estrada III. Jules Etheridge. Abdul Jabbar Fahim. Pro bono certificate, Jennifer N. Fields. Pro bono certificate, Amanda C. Finn. Blaine Elizabeth Fisher. Serena Lucy Genevieve Fitchard. Keely E. Folan. Matthew Paul Forsberg. Jared Daniel Fortenberry. Pro bono certificate, Courtney Ann Frerick. Alessandra Gadd. Pro bono certificate, Alberto Carlos Garcia. David Reed Gardner. Pro bono certificate, Jessie Lynn Garner. Michael Taylor Gatens. Edward Scott Gaitan. Joseph Ashley George. Pro bono certificate, Jeremy J. A. Gertz. Genevieve Gill. Ashley Elizabeth Giordano. Crystal J. Godinez. Randall Gomez. Pro bono certificate, Casey Robert Goodman. Sandra K. Grizzle. Pro bono certificate, Nick Gwynn. Joint degrees, Doctor of Jurisprudence and Masters of Business Administration and Pro bono certificate, Elizabeth O. Gutierrez. Glendon S. Hack. Pro bono certificate, Brittany Nicole Hanna. Pro bono certificate, Gary Chadwick Harlow. Jennifer Lee Hasted. Elise Faye Haugen. Richard David Hayes II. Pro bono certificate, Alexander Rudolph Fernandez Hellerstedt. Cum laude, Colin Russell Henry. Gregory A. Hill, Jr. Anne Marie Patricia Hillis. Brendan Cullen Holm. Pro bono certificate, Amber Holmes. Pro bono certificate, Maria Elena Holmes. James P. Hoot. Matthew Bryant Howard. Whitney C. Howe. Francesca Renee Howland. Pro bono certificate, Brittany Jane Hudson. Kristen K. Halverson Hunter. Todd Ames Hunter, Jr. Magna cum laude, Charles Epps Ipock. Jordan Nicole Dominique Jackson. Pro bono certificate, Melissa K. Jeffries Cuadrado. Jennifer Ann Jenkins. Kevin Lloyd Johnson. Kinsey Reed Johnson. Pro bono certificate, Andrew E. Jones IV. Pro bono certificate, Rachel Marie Felderhoff Jordan. Pro bono certificate, Mary Catherine Karhoff. Yusuf Qasim Qasim. Preston Lane Kazmierski. Pro bono certificate, David Kilgore. Austin Warner King. Jordan R. King. Summa cum laude and pro bono certificate, Elizabeth R. Kopexi. Summa cum laude, Sanjeev Kumar. Elizabeth Lee. Pro bono certificate, Keith Lee. Pro bono certificate, Thomas Mark Liu. Michael Lescano. Colleen Vala Lisowski. Pro bono certificate, Lauren Uveras. Joint degrees, Doctor of Jurisprudence and Masters of Business Administration and pro bono certificate, Jennifer Jean Longfellow. Jerry Lee Lott, Jr. Cum laude and pro bono certificate, Kelly Reagan Love. Magna cum laude, Stephen Kyle Luxton. Pro bono certificate, Susan Elizabeth McCabe. Kyle Joe Maciel. Nicholas Ryan Madsen. Pro bono certificate, Laura Nolan Metzold. Clinton Michael Malloy. Pro bono certificate, Megan Rochelle Merrill. Benjamin Fitch Marshall. Adolfo G. Martinez. Gilbert James Martinez. Pro bono certificate, Jamie Margaret Mathis. Magna cum laude, James Russell Matthews. Pro bono certificate, Antoinette Prescia Mays. Stakely G. McConnell. Cum laude, Evan Michael McGuire. Cum laude, Christopher Drew McMillan. Pro bono certificate, Fatima Lucia Menendez. Amanda Jean Merced. Scott Michael Matoyer. Hannah Noel Miller. Pro bono certificate, Tricia Marie Morales Padilla. Van B. Moreland. Margaret M. Morgan. Cum laude and pro bono certificate, Joy Moja Falcon. Pro bono certificate, Irene Carmen Faulkner Morris. Brandon Paul Munt. Stephanie Neal. Pro bono certificate, Dominic Joseph Negron. Stephen Nelson. Brittany Lee O'Brien. Charles Ocampo. Pro bono certificate, Anastasia Gloria Ochoa. Matthew Joseph Olivares. Francisco Javier Orozco. Ryan Orsatti. William Sayers Owen. Pro bono certificate, Jacqueline Rose Vargas. Erica Annette Peña. John Gilbert Perez, Jr. James Carl Phillips. Nathan E. Pierce. Alexis Hamilton Pinkard. Daniel Pisagna. Kirby Jerome Portley. Pro bono certificate, George Abraham Posada. Christopher E. Polson. Pro bono certificate, Grant Balcom Quinstead. Grant Alexander Quimby. David Ryan Quintanilla. Alfredo M. Ramírez. Pro bono certificate, Christine Nicole Ramon. Pro bono certificate, Shelley Renee Reyes. Joshua Rice. Justin Kyle Robertson. Angie D. Roberts Huckabee. Pro bono certificate, Carlos Navarrete Rodriguez. Pro bono certificate, David Rodriguez. Fidel Rodriguez III. Pro bono certificate, Pablo Nicolás Rodriguez. Stephen Alberto Rodriguez. Pro bono certificate, Jason Allen Rogers. Brendy L. Romick. Walter Leon Rudberg. Christopher Lionel Sabala. Pro bono certificate, Melissa Salinas. Pro bono certificate, Catherine Anna Schneider. Pro bono certificate, Emily Faye Schools. Pro bono certificate, Christina Lee Swenson. Megan Therese Scott. Jordan Scruggs. Natalia S. Shotney. Aaron Shirazi. Pro bono certificate, Chance L. Shoemake. Sean Ross Simpson. Lucy Purcell Skiles. Lee C. Slack. Morgan Jane Smedley. Magna cum laude and pro bono certificate, Abigail N. Smith. Alexa Landon Smith. Pro bono certificate, Tamara Renee Solis. Julie Christine Staffel. Magna cum laude and pro bono certificate, Susan J. Stallman. Corey Douglas Stewart. Justin William Stoll. Brandon Eric Stry. Cum laude, Ren M. Stump. Pro bono certificate, Kara Leanne Sorrell. Joint degrees, Doctor of Jurisprudence and Masters of Art in Communication Studies, Clark T. Swenson. Isaac C. Ta. William Walter Tate. Pro bono certificate, Kim Teran. Natalie Elizabeth Thomas. Pro bono certificate, Angel H. Tomasino. Cynthia Jimenez Treviño. Joint degrees, Doctor of Jurisprudence and Masters of Public Administration and Pro Bono Certificate, Marcy Ann Treviño. Pro Bono Certificate, Yvette Sanchez Treviño. Certificate of Concentration in Criminal Law and Pro Bono Certificate, Uriel Tuck. Laura Kate Underwood. And graduating number 1 in the class, summa cum laude, Lauren Ashley Falconar. Summa cum laude, Juan Jesus Vasquez. Alexandra Adame Watson. Pro Bono Certificate, Anne Catherine Watson. Pro Bono Certificate, Whitney Ann Watson. Pro Bono Certificate, Carlos J. Wetton Lopez. Pro Bono Certificate, Joseph Michael Wilkinson. Pro Bono Certificate, Allison Roxanne Williams. Pro Bono Certificate, Courtney K. Williams. Summa cum laude, Louis W. Williams. Charlotte Amelie Williamson. Joshua Wilson. Julie Celeste Wilson. Pro bono certificate, Ariel Lachelle Wood. Pro bono certificate, Jennifer Ann Zarka. Cum laude and pro bono certificate, Bethel Tewoldi Zahai. Pro bono certificate, Amy Lee Zetzman. Master of Laws in American Legal Studies, Gaiden H. Aldmore. Kay Firth Butterfield Burra. Sabina Yaushovic Salinas. Ma Fong Liao. Pro bono certificate, Maria Marco. Pro bono certificate, Norma Elia Rodriguez. Shue Zhou. International and Comparative Law, Pro Bono Certificate, Susan Cohn Kilgore. Tamara R. Reed McIntosh.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the graduating class of 2013. The benediction to our commencement exercise will be offered by our very own Sister Grace Wally.
That's a lot of love and joy in the room. Although this is like trying to lead a prayer after the Spurs game. How about our grads? Just a round of applause for your family and friends. They're just beaming. And And let's pray one more time. As you, the class of 2013, leave here to join the ranks of our outstanding law alumni, may you be blessed with success in meaningful employment, joy in your family, and supportive friends and colleagues to surround you. May the values of a St. Mary's legal education inspire your personal and professional choices, and may you leave the world a better place, as our honorees have demonstrated. You have been a blessing to us. Now, in Mary's name, we bless you on your way. Via con Dios, amen.
We offer our congratulations to all of you. God bless you. And now, Dean Valencia, if you would lead us off the stage, please.